Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how to send text messages from ActiveCampaign. Now, there is an already built-in feature for you to be able to do this yourself, and it's pretty good. The one big thing that is really falling down about this is it's very hard to track who has been sent an SMS or if they've replied to that SMS and then start a two-way conversation with them. You can't do a two-way conversation with ActiveCampaign. Their built-in SMS feature is really just designed as kind of a notification or a broadcast type SMS and not a discussion conversation type SMS. And so for most people, it doesn't really fit the bill of sending an SMS. But for some particular circumstances, it will suit it quite fine, like sending login details. You can do that with this. But for something where you're asking for a response or you want to start a conversation, it's not going to fit the bill. So in those instances, what we'll do instead is we'll set up a custom field, and we're going to create that custom field, name it whatever you like, and then just set it as a text area field. And then what you can do is then just add that custom field anywhere in your automation and change the field properties to whatever the SMS you want to send is. Hi, here is your login details. Boom. Okay. Now you can put that anywhere in an automation, and when a contact gets to that step, their field will update to whatever value you've set here, and that will then trigger this automation, which we're going to set up. So this automation here is triggered on the field, the SMS field or text field, being updated or changed, and it runs every time the field is updated or added, changed, provided that the contact is not already in this automation and we've selected this automation here. So we'll save that trigger. Then what we'll do is we'll send that information to Zapier or to Integromat, and then we're just simply going to clear that field. Now, if you want to, you can also just add a note and just put whatever was in that field as a note on the contact card so that you've kind of got a history of what's been sent, and then you'll be able to see that in the contact history every time a text message has been sent. And it's really quite a good way to do it, because on the contact card, most people don't really use notes in ActiveCampaign, and so this will really, you have your emails here, and then the notes could just be SMSs that have been sent, and each note will have a date time stamp on it so you can see when they were all sent. Okay, so here we've got two options. Now we can send this SMS with Integromat, or we can send it with Zapier. Now my preference here would normally be Integromat. However, Integromat doesn't have the ability of reading and interpreting data within a text file, within a data file, whereas Zapier has that ability. And I'll show you why that's important in a second. So we're going to select ActiveCampaign as our app. Then we're going to select webhook, automation webhook, continue. Choose our account, and we're going to use this one here. Continue there. Here's our webhook. We'll copy that, and we're going to paste that in here. Now, anytime that this field is updated, the data from that field is going to be sent to Zapier. And what we'll do is we're going to open up My Contact, and we're just going to update that data. I'll turn on the automation first. Turn this on here, make active. Okay, so that's on, so now that will work. And we'll just send this data as testing to Mitch. Save. And if we wait a few seconds, hit refresh, we'll have had the data come across to Zapier. Here it is here, testing to Mitch. Continue. And then we can send that data with whatever system we want to use to send the SMS. Text Magic is a nice easy one if you just want to send some SMSs. You pay basically by SMS rather than a monthly subscription, which can work out to be very, very cheap. It's cheaper than the ActiveCampaign one. credits for SMSing. And then all we need to do is just paste in the send SMS field, there it is there, into the text. And then in the phones, we'll paste in the phone field, which we don't have a phone for this contact. We'll fix that in a minute. And the contacts, lists, etc. we can leave all the same. From phone number, we can just choose whatever phone number we want. That one there. Everything else will be fine. International, that's fine. Time zone's fine, etc. So that is all set up and ready to go. And then we could send a test across. Now this will error because there's no phone number in it. So that was a bad test to do. We'll add a phone number here and then that will work for us. So we'll add phone number in here, 04 614. So we've added in a phone number. Now if we retest this, retesting with phone, save, that will then send across to Zapier and then we can pull in our new data. We will do load more, request B, retesting with phone, there's our phone number. And now we should be able to test with TextMagic. Now, the reason I put that phone number in that format is because we've got international format here. So it needs to be in the international format, including country code coming across. Text message was sent to TextMagic. Great. So that is all set up. And I've got the text message on my phone. It's just come through. So that is all set up. And if we look at our notes, we should have some notes here. So a few seconds ago, retesting with phone, testing to Mitch. You can customize those notes so they show up any which way that you want. And if we refresh this, then that SMS field should be blank as well. Yep, so it's blanked out now. But what happens if you want to send a personalized text message using this method? Well, you can do that, and we'll give an example with, say, the first name. Just simply copy that field across, paste that into a text editor like so, delete the numbers on the start of that field, copy this, and then we'll just simply paste that into here. So we'll go to the first name field, hi, such and such, nice to meet you. Save that, and then if we do another test, that will come across in here. And we'll get request C this time. And we will send data with the text message. Turn on the Zap. We want to just send the data. Customize. Send data. Retest action. Here's our test, and text message was sent. Now you can't see it here, but if we went over to TextMagic and logged in, we would see that their name is on there. So let's have a look at that. TextMagic login. And we'll log into my account. There we are. And then we just need to go to chats to see our message that we've sent. Or contacts, up a contact. So there's one contact in here. My contact, there it is. Great, view chat. Hi Mitch, nice to meet you, Mitch. So that's come across, and that was what I put in here. Now the reason why it's got Mitch at the end is because we've got that in there, so we can get rid of that there, and then save that. So you can use that method for any of these fields in Zapier that are showing up in that webhook. And if you wanted to use it for, say, a custom field like this date field, for instance, date time field, again, you just copy this field, paste it into a text editor, get rid of these underscores and all the numbers, and then copy and paste that into your SMS message or field, and then that will come across and be interpreted correctly by Zapier. Now, that's pretty much the only thing that I use Zapier for these days, because Integromat doesn't have that interpretation of the data, which is a little bit of a downfall for Integromat because it's fantastic at everything else. Just that one thing, it doesn't do well, and so Zapier does that quite well instead. So that's how to set up and send SMSs. Now you might want to add these contacts to your contact book in TextMagick or whatever system you're using. You could add that to the Zap steps here, or you could use Integromat to do that as well. Just send 2 webhooks in that scenario instead of 1, and then sort of look up and check and add and create and update, etc., to create the contacts. And that way, when you're looking at the chats, you won't just have phone numbers, you'll have contact names here that you can then see. So that's another little trick that you could add. So hopefully that's giving you an example of how to send SMS messages to a third-party system. If you've got Just Call installed on the Chrome browser as well, then you can also send text messages once you're logged in directly from ActiveCampaign by just clicking on this field here and logging in, and then sending the text message to the user. And all Just Call SMSs and calls are logged in the notes section down here and also show on the recent activities. So it's a really good integration if you're able to pay for the monthly fee of $20 a month or so for that, and you're going to use it, then I highly recommend it. If you just want something that's going to be cheap and used on demand sort of thing, payment on demand, then TextMagick is a great alternative to the built-in one. And of course, there's other systems as well that integrate with ActiveCampaign and Zapier. So hopefully that's giving you a great rundown on how to send SMSs using that custom field update webhook integration that we've just set up. And it just makes it really, really easy to send SMSs anywhere in an automation and still keep those SMSs personalized as well. So leave a comment below if you found this video interesting, and I'll see you on the next one.
Hi, I'm Mitch Bayless, and if you're looking for someone to help you with your business automation, then click the button below to schedule your free call today. And if you found this video useful, remember to click like, and also subscribe to our channel for more videos.